Hello, my people. Thank you for being here. Not gonna lie, I recorded this twice. Well, this is gonna be my second time, so hopefully we get it correct this time. And yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and look at this new Amber video and see what's going on in the Amberverse.
Hello. Oh my god, I forgot what I look like until I looked in here. Okay. So I had this whole makeup moment. I was trying to find a new way to wear eyeshadow. I didn't like it, so I took it off. But I'm actually having a little snack. It's crackling curls. If you're on like carb, keto, those I heard were like a staple, and I'm not gonna lie, they kind of are. I have some at night, and it just like really helps with that like craving of junk, if you will. This is like,
It's so funny because I'm sure you've seen her TikTok by now, where she basically like filmed herself relapsing because I think she ate like chicken nuggets or something. And yeah, so her keto didn't last too long.
the only junkish, if that's a word,
That's not a word.
type of food that I eat in a day, and it's, I want to say I have maybe 2 to 3 servings. I'm not gonna lie, throughout the night, but it's been what's working for me. I also have had people ask, am I actually doing keto or am I doing low carb? Like, how many carbs are you eating? I do not count net carbs, so I do want to make that known.
Oh my god, guys, so embarrassing.
Okay. I forgot about it. These are hickeys. I totally forgot that I had such a thing.
Why does she feel the need to address it? Like, okay, you have hickeys. You're an adult. Continue.
I have had a lot of people like talk shit about hickeys. It's not that I like hickeys. I don't care about them. I like the acts of what is happening when I get them.
She tries so hard to be sexual or for us to view her in a sexual light when we know what she looks like full body. We can very easily tell how disgusting it would be to have any sort of whatever that is with her, right? And I don't get her whole like in her last vlog she was like basically like, oh my god, baby, stop, like, dude, like, you're gross, like, no one wants to imagine you, no one wants to see that aspect of your life. And a lot of vlogging channels, a lot of these vlogging channel girls, they don't show that. They literally just show like them being hugged or kissed or whatever, right? Like the normal.
And it's just unfortunate that there's like proof that it happens. A lot of people are like, hickeys are so high school. Yeah, they're high school when people get hickeys.
If she really cared that much about what people thought about her hickeys, why not have them in a place that isn't so visible?
Hickeys just to be like cool or like, oh, look at me. But it's like, I like the way it feels. So it's unfortunate that there's like proof. Fucking 31. Who cares? So I just want to make it very clear that I do not count net carbs. I count just.
Dude, she goes from like net carbs to like hickeys. Like, where I would like to know what the in between of those two are.
Like whole carbs. Net carbs is like, say there's like 10 carbs, but there's 7 fiber. That would mean 3 net carbs. I don't do it that way. I count just full-fledged carbs because it just seems more realistic. I don't care how much fiber, like truly I don't. So I just count straight up carbs, and I'm eating below, like my goal is below 50 grams, which is keto. But I've been eating below 30 grams just naturally based on the foods that I'm choosing to eat. So I am doing keto, yes. Keto, not.
She's doing keto for now until later on she's like, well, you guys couldn't expect me to stay on keto that long. I'm sorry, the way her face froze.
Not low carb. Low carb is anywhere 150 grams or lower of carbs. That is what is considered low carb. But I eat naturally below about 35, 30. So it is very much keto. So I am doing keto. And how easy it's been is the part that is the most shocking.
I think a lot of diets or dietary diets or whatever tend to be really easy in the beginning, but that's like everything else, dude. Like, if your thing isn't a lifestyle changing diet where you're choosing healthy food like 80% of the time from what you're eating, and again, easier said than done because I could take notes myself. If it's not a lifestyle change, which as cliche as that is, and a lot of people don't like how that is or what that is, right? It's true, dude. It's going to work for a certain amount of time. It's not like you're always going to be able to eat that, right? And the thing with Amber is that she cannot stay consistent in anything for too long. And that's just the truth.
How easy it is for me to make protein and veggies and actually enjoy it. Like, it's pretty wonderful, to be honest.
And again, it's for now because she literally relapsed into eating chicken nuggets.
Like, I don't have to count calories or anything. Counting calories for me is always very much triggered a binge. So I feel like not having to do that has helped drastically. Like, honestly, if you've ever thought about doing keto, I recommend doing it. I do want to do more like what I ate today moments.
It's like, guys, like, do keto. Like, I recommend it. I recommend every other diet I've done for a week, and then I'm like, just kidding. I don't know. I was just kidding.
Because why not? I think they're fun to film. And I've had a lot of people say that they have started because of me, which is awesome. So I kind of want to give you guys more ideas of like what I eat. I do eat a lot of the same thing.
I've said this in like one of my other videos about her. The reason why she can't stick to anything too long is because the food she makes is so nasty. She's not adventurous at all with anything she does, right? If she were to literally, like, she has so much money, she can very easily be spending $200, $300 on groceries a week. That's literally what she spends on takeout every week, if not like every other day. But come on, dude. Like, there's like really good healthy food that's not necessarily keto. And to be honest, dude, keto's nasty. Like, if you're doing keto, like, props to you, man. But I could never eat like just like protein and like that's it. It's just, to me, it's gross. And I don't know. She, like, you can see she didn't last very long. We'll see if she's gonna continue doing keto or she's gonna find another like, I don't know, something else, to be like, oh my god, guys, you guys should try this. I'm gonna try this.
Is I'm making. What has been my favorite is stir fries with like any meat. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'm gonna have more of these. But yes, I am keto queen.
She's so full of herself. For someone that looks and acts the way she acts and is the way she is, she has such a big ego with no reason to have an ego.
Unfortunately, it does not work for people with lipedema. So it's just too many carbs. Who would have thought that Amberlynn Reid would ever say that? Like, ma'am, what? It's so weird. It's time, folks. I feel like a mini.
I'm gonna skip this because I don't care. Alright, I skipped a lot of that. That was literally half of the video.
Hello. I'm actually getting ready to go to bed. And I have completely misplaced my makeup remover. I love that for me. But I wanted to talk to you guys. Ooh, I have to sneeze. Is it gonna come or is it gonna go?
Hashtag relatable Lynn.
Who else likes sneezing? Okay, it disappeared. Now that's unfortunate. So I don't know about you guys, but I have this thing called My Chart. It's where you can actually see all your results.
She has this thing called My Chart exclusively for Amberlynn Reid. I think a lot of people have My Chart. I know she probably didn't mean it that way, but sometimes she phrases things in such an odd way that it's just funny.
When you go to the doctor, like I can see my x-rays, I can see my CT scans, I can see the summaries, I can see the notes of what the doctor said, I can see my results, my numbers, everything. My CT scan results are up on My Chart, and me and Feline were looking at them, and it is the weirdest thing to see. Like, I have like a skeleton inside my body. Like, you don't realize how small your skeleton is until you.
Yeah, dude. She hasn't. I don't think she's ever felt like a bone. Like it's so weird. She's so big that I doubt she ever really feels like bones. It's so odd, right? But I've said this that I'm pretty sure she has like a really small body frame. You know how there's small, medium, large body frames? I really do think that she has a really small body frame. The It just amazes me how like her body, like her how her 5 feet little small framed body can hold 500 pounds, 600, almost 600 pounds at a certain point. It is crazy.
To see it. You know what I'm saying? Very strange. Also, I noticed that I get flooded sometimes with like certain topics at one time, and then it makes me realize, oh, it must be a reaction channel talking about something. Is diabetes like a new topic of discussion? Because I said I've been thirsty since starting keto. I started keto over a week ago. It's been way over a week now. And I think it was day 2 after I started keto, I became more thirsty because I was getting rid of water that I usually hold on to. And the lipedema specialist said that's going to happen. And it did. And by drinking more water,
Her and it did. Is she's so cocky about the weirdest things.
I was peeing at a normal rate, which for me is more than usual. It's not that I'm peeing.
It's more than usual because she rarely drank any water. Since she can now not have a Diet Coke and there's no wiggle room for her to be having Diet Coke anymore because her leg is literally done. Of course she's gonna have to drink more water. I said that in my last video. She's gonna have to figure out something quick because she can become very easily dehydrated.
A lot. I say the word a lot because it's more than what I'm used to. Normally, I pee 2 to 3 times a day, not gonna lie, because I retain so much water. But then now that I'm drinking more fluids, aka water, instead of like diet soda and such,
AKA water. Like, okay, that was it. We didn't think that at all.
I'm peeing about 6 times a day, and that's very natural. Actually, you know what? I have my laptop in here. I'm curious.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that she probably already planned this out, like this part of the video in her head, and she's like, I'm just gonna go ahead and have my laptop in here so I can tell people what Google says.
How many times a day should you pee? There it is. Oh, between 6 to 7 times in a 24-hour.
Why is she so excited about that? She's so weird.
Period. Between 4 to 10 times a day can also be normal. Okay. When normally I would pee like 3 times. So now that I'm drinking more water, I'm able to lose more water. And that is also a really big thing that keto does, is it helps people lose a lot of water, especially in the beginning. So this rumor that I have diabetes, you guys, I can't tell you how many times I've been tested and how many times my A1C.
You know, this is a little bit off topic, but I really think that the reason why people dislike Amber so much is because a lot of us, right, as we grow, we tend to realize that we don't know everything, and we realize certain things like, seeking validation outside of us isn't healthy. And how you react to certain things, as you grow, you realize how to better that. But unfortunately for Amber, she's 31 years old, and she's still trying to figure out um a lot of her like issues from her childhood. She mentioned in her, I remember she posted something on Instagram where she wishes people would understand that buying toys is a form of like healing your inner child or something like that, right? I understand that. I do that occasionally. And I get that, right? Um, but at a certain point, I understand that there is no blueprint for healing, right? There's no manual for healing, and if there's a book for it, um, send me the link. But not only that, like, there's not an exact way to do that, right? And I think as we age, we a lot of people grow and they realize what they should be doing to help themselves, what progress they have done with healing. I just think Amber is so scattered everywhere that she's trying to solve everything all at once, and it just doesn't work for her, you know. And I don't know what she talks about with her therapist, right? But a lot of therapists don't hit very deep wounds. This is why I can't do therapy. I believe that I analyze myself better than a therapist ever will, and a lot of us aren't able to do that. And I think what a therapist should do is analyze, all areas of your life. And a lot of therapists, yeah, they study psychology, but they don't understand what it's like to feel certain emotions from their perspective. Again, this is rambling, and I don't want to like make this really like an intricate conversation, and I don't want to get lost in whatever my point is. But my point is, I think a lot of the reasons why people dislike Amber is because we're we're all together in this, right? Whether we realize it or not. And everybody works for each other. And I don't mean that in the financial economical way. I mean that in the way of we all work together. And if you think about it, right, like I wouldn't be able to earn money without that, right? And anyways, what I'm basically saying is that everything's connected. So we feel like when we tell her these things, right, a lot of it isn't hate as much as it is trying to help her, but it just doesn't work, right? Because she's very cocky and she's very full of herself and very ego filled. And unfortunately, it doesn't work for her. And why we tend to get angry at her and why a lot of people don't like her and why the hater nation exists is because we don't want to be like her. It's nothing against her personally, but we don't want to be like that. Like, quite frankly, I'd rather still be in the same situation I am right now than be financially free and think like her and act like her, right? And it's sad to say, and she's probably going to take everything we say as hate, but it's really just us being scared of being that, like, blank in the head. That kind of, full of ego and not really thinking of what you do and what you say, and, not really analyzing your head or your emotions or regulating your emotions and how you react to what other people say.
And my glucose and all of that has been normal. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's talking about me. And
So I'm gonna just go ahead and skip because she just keeps talking about how people talk about diabetes, that she has it or whatever.
It is something that I worry about because it runs in the family. And plus, my weight can contribute to that. But I'm very, very lucky in that regard. So you don't have to worry, folks. You can stop harassing me now.
No one's harassing you.
Please. Stop assuming my medical history based on the fact that I'm drinking more water because I was told to. Okay? Alrighty, so I'm about to do step 9 of my globe Lego here. So here are the pieces, and what am I about to create with it?
That transition.
There it is. So some of Asia. Move of the globe finished. And she's spinning really fast. Like the real Earth is. LOL.
Okay. Anyways, that was the end of that. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you if you made it this far. I really appreciate you. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely day or night. And yeah, bye bye.